Hi everyone. Today we are going to start with our new topic. It's a circle. In class 9 earlier, have you studied about circle? Uh, you know that it's circle is a collection of all points in a plane from a fixed point to a fixed distance. Our fixed point is known as its center, and fixed distance is known as its radius of circle. Then you have learned about so many theorems about its related with chord and with center angle there. Now look, in this section what we have going to discuss in terms of our circle there. Actually in this section we are going to be read about a relationship between a line and a circle in a plane. We have seen that there are three cases when we take a line and a circle in a plane. First of all, when a line does not touch a circle, then it's a case of non-intersecting lines. When we say that our line passes through a circle and it's intersect at a two distinct point, it's a case of secant to the circle there. Then we see that our line touches a circle at one and only one point there. Then it is known as, this line is known as our tangent to a circle. Actually in this topic we are going to be read about our tangent to a circle. We have seen its definition of tangent to a circle, and then after that we have discussed about properties of tangent. There are two important theorems based on tangent to a circle there. We have discussed about also these proofs of this theorem there. Then let's start and look at the relationship between the line and circle in a plane. Look, we have a plane there. Now if a circle and a line are drawn on a plane, then we have the following three different situations are there. Look, our first situation is what? We have a circle and a line. L there. And second, what is our look, our second situation is that we have again a circle in a plane and a line L like that. And it's our third case about that. This is our line L and this is our circle. Now look, we have if we take one circle and a line in a plane, then we have three different situations are there: first, second, third. Now look, first figure there. If the line L does not intersect the circle, that is, the line L and the circle have no common point. There is no common point between circle and line. In this case, L is called our it's our non-intersecting line respect to circle. Look up now. Look our second figure there. If the line L intersect the circle in two different points, suppose its point are given there A and B, two distinct point A and B. That is, there are two common points. There is two common point between A and circle B there, and the line L and the circle have. Then in this case, we call the line L. This our line is known as our secant of the circle. What is called as? It's a secant of the circle there. Now in our third case, in our third figure, the line L intersect the circle in only one and only one point, naming A there. There is only one point A which is common to the line L and the circle. In this case, line L is said to touch the circle, or in the other words, our L is what? It's a tangent to circle. It's our tangent to circle. Actually, in this section, in this part of our circle section, we're just, our concept is just go through. It's running about to our tangent to a circle. All the concept is it's running about our tangent to a circle. Now, first of all, now we are able to be define our definition of tangent. If somebody asks you what is the definition of tangent, then how can you define? Now we are able to define tangent there. A tangent to a circle. What is a tangent to a circle? Is a line. A tangent to a circle is a line in the plane of the circle which intersect the circle at one and only one point. What is our tangent? A tangent to a circle is a line in the plane of the circle which intersects the circle at one and only one point. Now the point at which the tangent intersects the circle, look, this point is our A. The point at which the tangent intersects the circle is called the point of tangency, or it's called our point of contact. In this figure, our A is what? It's our point of contact there. Now this is our definition of tangent, and look, you have to be clarified about look, just suppose we have one circle there, and we taken some problem there. Look, in a single figure, in circle, we have taken what? Look, this Mn is what? This Mn is our chord there, and this PQ is what? This is our second here, and what is this? This is our, the line AB is what? Tangent there. What is chord? A chord is a line segment. A chord is a line segment having its end point on the circle. What is our second? A second is a line that passes through the 2 points of the circle. What is our tangent? A tangent to a circle is a line which intersects the circle at in exactly one point. In the you have to remember this figure, so don't be confused. Now look, we are going to be start with discuss of properties of tangent here. In a property of tangent, we are just going to be state and prove two of the important theorem there. Both of theorem as in our board examination there. We are going to discuss one by one our theorems there. We start with our first theorem. Statement with our first theorem. Look, what is our first theorem? A tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. What is your first theorem? A tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Now, exactly what? In simple, but what we have to show that we have to show here our tangent is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. In theorem, what do we have to prove? That we have to prove that our tangent is perpendicular to our radius of circle there. And now look, again, to prove theorem, what do we have? Just we take one circle, we draw one circle. Just suppose we have a circle. With center O and with its radius small r there. Suppose we have a circle with center O and having a radius r, small r there. Now what we are going to, since we have a finder, then this is our point of contact. We are going to draw a tangent there at point of contact. Just suppose we have a tangent AB there. Now what we have proved there? We have to prove, just suppose it's a P there. Now what we have to prove? That we have to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. What we have to prove? That we have to prove that this our OP is perpendicular to AB there. Now look, how can we show that this one? We're going to start with what we have given there. First of all, we start with our given. We have given a tangent AB to a circle. Look, we can represent this. Now it's representing a circle having center O and radius R. Now with the point, this is P as, what is your P? As point of contact. Now what we have to prove? What we have to prove? The radius, that is OP, is perpendicular to this line, this tangent AB. Now we have to prove our OP is perpendicular to AB there. It's a definition based proving there. Thus it's not lengthy procedure to prove. Thus we are going to use our basic fundamental things there. Look what we have to do in the proving part there. Just look, in proving part we have to prove, first of all, to prove just we have to take a construction there. We need a construction. Just we take up a neighborhood point Q there, which are not lying on the circle line in the any part of the circle there. Just suppose we are going to join this. We have take this point Q. Now let or we take Q be any other point than P on AB, and then joining OQ. Let Q be any point other than P on AB, and then join OQ. Then we have joining our OQ there. Now look, we have joining our OQ. Now we are going to use a proof there. Look, what are you doing? Proof. Look, this Q is lies in the exterior to the circle there. Q is a point on tangent AB other than the point of contact. Then Q is our exterior to the circle there. Then what do we have? In proof, just we start that we take distance OQ. What is distance OQ? Our OQ is greater than OP. Why? Since Q lies in the exterior of the circle. Our Q lies exterior to the circle. Then obvious P lies. Look, P is what? P is our to the on the circle there. On the circumference of circle P lies there. But our Q is what? Is exterior to our circle there. Then obvious this length OQ is greater than OP. Now that is means our OP is less than OQ. Look, I have taken neighboring point. It's a Q there. What we are going to take up? There are so many point from O to the this tangent there. Then what we find that we will find that our OP is the shortest between all the line segment when we are going to join with a tangent at a point on a tangent to the center of circle there. Then our OP is the shortest distance between all these OQ, OP1, OP2, OPN something there. Then look up, we are going to use our basic definition there, that the shortest segment that can be drawn from a given point to a given line is what is our? It's a perpendicular from the given point to the given line. Then hence obviously our OP is what? Our OP is perpendicular to AB. Then now look what we have shown that we have show here OP is less than OQ. Thus of all the segments that can be drawn from the center O to any point on the line AB. Our OP is what? OP is shortest, that the shortest segment that can be drawn from a given point to a given line is perpendicular from the given point to the given line. Hence, our OP is perpendicular to AB. You can mention here what I am telling you. The shortest segment that can be drawn from a given point to a given line is perpendicular from the given point to the given line. Hence, our OP is perpendicular to AB. Okay, I'm just going to again revise you what we have taken there. We have to prove in the tangent to a circle is a perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Then what we take? We take a circle and a tangent AB there. Which we have a circle with center O and radius R there. Then what we have take? We take a point Q on the line AB other than P. Then what we have, so that the distance OQ is greater than our OP. That means our OP is the shortest. Our OP is the shortest between all the line what we have taken from the center O to our tangent AB there. Our OP is the shortest line there, and we know that the shortest segment that can be drawn from a given point to a given line is perpendicular. Hence, using our basic concept, we are able to prove that our OP is the shortest in all OQ, O, M, O, N, all between there. Hence, our OP is perpendicular to AB. This is the proof of our first theorem there. Now we are going to discuss with our second theorem. Now we are going to start with our second theorem there. Both theorems are important, and you have to be please practice 2 or 3 times both theorems because proving of these theorems are asked in our board examination there. Now look, this is our property 2, and we are going to use using our theorem there. Now, what is the statement? The length of the two tangent drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. What is your statement of second theorem? The length of two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Look up. Just suppose we are going to draw a figure there. Just suppose we have a circle. Having center O, and we take an external point A. Now look, so suppose a point of contact. This is our point of contact P, and this is our point of contact Q, and we have taken external point A there. Now the length of the two tangent drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Then what we have to prove that? We have to prove that this AP is equal to this AQ. We have to prove this AP equal to AQ there. Now, how can we prove that? To prove it, obviously we have to make a construction there. So first of all, we start with given part there. We start with our given section. What we have given there. Given. What we have given? A is an external point to the circle. See, it means having center O and radius R. Now, AP and AQ are two tangents segment from A to the circle, from A to circle. And now what do you have to prove? We have to prove our AP is equal to AQ there. Again, we need to prove it, we need a construction there. Then what do we do in our construction part? We are going to draw a line segment. What we do? We are going to join our A to O, then joining OP, and then joining OQ. What do we do? We do draw line segments AO, OP, and OQ. Now we start with a proving part there. We are going to prove it. In proof part, what we have? Look, in our last theorem, what we have discussed there, we have discussed that this is our radius, and this is our tangent, and this is our radius is perpendicular to the tangent. Then angle OPA is 90 degree. Also we have, this is our radius OQ, and this is AQ is tangent. Then again this angle OQA is 90 degree. Using our first theorem. Now then we are going to use this. We know that our tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Then what do we have? We have angle OPA is and angle OQA, both are equal to 90 degree. Now look, to prove that this length are equal there, now look, we have a two right angle triangle there, OPA and OQA. We have two right angle triangle there. Now we are consider our two right angle triangles OPA and OQA. Then we are going to be so that these triangles are congruent to each other, and then we are going to be so that it's congruent to each other. Then using by CPCT, we are able to prove that the length of AP is equal to the length of AQ there. This is our basic concept to prove that. Then we are going to start with now. In a right triangles OPA and OQA. Look, in triangle OPA and OQA, this OP is equal to this OQ. Why? Because both are radius. We can mention here each equal to R, or we can write down being radius of circle. How we have and second thing is what this OA is common in both circle there, sorry, in both triangle there. Now OA equal to A, we can mention here common side. Now look our about OA. OA is the side against our 90 degree. Then it's a hypotenuse for both triangle there. We have shown that its hypotenuse are equal. Then having a 90 degree there, one of the angle is 90 degree there, and then other one of the legs are equal there. Then we can apply here our which congruency criteria? Yes, we are applying here our RSS congruency criteria. Then we are able to show that these triangles are congruent. Then hence by simplicity our AP is equal to AQ there. And now what do we have? We get OP is equal to OQ, OA equal to OA. It's also being our, can you use your hypotenuse there, and then angle OPA is equal to angle OQA. Then our triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQA by RHS, by our right hypotenuse in side congruency rule. Now our triangles are congruent to each other, then this implies our AP is equal to AQ by CP. Means by corresponding parts of congruous triangles, we are able to say that the length of tangent from an external point to a circle are equal there. Now look, we are going to again revise this. We have to prove that here. What we have to prove that? We have to prove that the length of the two tangents drawn from external point to a circle are equal there. Then we take a circle having center O, and we have taken its two radius OP and OQ, and from external point A we draw two tangent AP and AQ. One of the point of contact is P, and other is point of contact Q there. Then from there we have to be proved that this our length AP is equal to AQ there. Then we do a construction. We are joining AO, joining OP and OQ. Then we have two triangles there, two right angle triangles there. One is named as OPA and other is OQA. We have two right angles triangle there. Then what we do, we have taken in this two right angle triangles, and then we have shown that our angle OPA equal to angle OQA equal to 90 degree. Why this is 90 degree? By using our first theorem. In first theorem we have seen that this is our radius, this is our point of contact, tangent. Then we have proved in our first theorem that our radius is perpendicular to the tangent at point of contact. Then it's our 90 degree, and also this OQ is our radius and AQ is our tangent. It's then at a point of contact both are perpendicular to each other. Then what we have taken two triangles there. In triangle OPA and OQA, we have OP equal to OQ, both are representing a radius there. Then O equal to A, it's also hypotenuse of the circles and having common side there. And then angle OPA equal to angle OQA is equal to each 90 degree there. Then we are able to apply our RHS congruency criteria, RHS congruency rule there. By using this RHS rule, our triangle OPA is congruent to triangle OQA. Hence, by CPCT, our AP is equal to AQ. Now look up. Till now, what we have discussed today in our topic there, I am going to revise the whole topic there. What we have discussed today there. If a line is tangent to a circle, the line is perpendicular to the radius drawn on the point of contact. In our first theorem, I am going to revise what. If a line is tangent to a circle, the line is perpendicular to the radius drawn to the point of contact there. And what we have? Oh, look, also we can reverse of this line segment. I am not going to discuss about its converse part, but it's also a reverse part there. What is its reverse part? If a line is perpendicular to the radius of contact circle at its outer end point, then the line is tangent to a circle. We can also reverse that. If a line is perpendicular to the radius of a circle at its outer end point, then the line is also known as tangent to a circle. And the most important things we have discussed there. What is, if two tangents are drawn to a circle from an external point, then these tangents are equal in length. This is our today basic concept there what we have discussed today. Now in our next classes we are here with our some problems based on tangent to a circle with our this related topic that our next video is based on. We are going to discuss about maybe NCERT problem as well as sidebook problems with our. Till then you are going to be revise our this basics two theorems, proving of these theorems there.